Okay, you guys, welcome to another lesson. I think we're up to number 11. And I think that's a good number. I think it's 11, might be 12. Don't take my word for it. But we're moving past the beginner stage because we should know how to make the same chord a number of different ways. So you can make G a number of different ways, A. We've learned all that. And we've learned how to name the chords based on the chord shape we're using, what note names it. So now what we want to move on to is a little music theory, and we're going to use a little hybrid fun picking exercise to get that into our head. We're going to play a progression in G, and then we're going to move it up 2 frets, and we're going to play it in A, and this will show you how you can move things around. We're going to play the G. The point of all this is if somebody says I'm playing a song in the key of G, you'll know your major chords are going to be G, C, and D. If somebody says, we're going to play this song in the key of C, you'll know your major chords are C, F, and G. And it's just starting to move you along to become a musician. And so you can jam with people, and you can write your own songs and know what chords you should and shouldn't use. And that goes a long way to creating your own melodies. This G chord we're going to use is the E form G chord. So top string 5th fret, G string 4th fret, and then the 3rd fret on the bottom 2. Now from past exercises, lessons, we name this chord, this E shape, by the top and bottom, the D string and the E string. 5th fret, D string, that's a G note. Bottom string, 3rd fret, that's a G note. So that's a G chord. If we move it up 2, that's an A. And then the C and D we're going to use are C chord formations. So starting with the top 2nd fret, open G string, 1st on the B string, and open on the E string. And it's this C note on the B string that names it. So that's a C chord. If we move everything up, this is a D note on the B string, 3rd fret. So that names that chord D. So those are the 3 chords we're going to use right off the bat, G, C, and D. And here's the technique. Starting in G, we're going to only play 3 strings. 2 fingers are going to pull or pluck the G and B strings, and the thumb is just going to play the top G string, and it's going to go like this: thumb, pluck, thumb, thumb, pluck, pluck. Again, thumb, pluck, thumb, thumb, pluck, pluck. Okay, so we're going to do one of each. We're going to do one C, G, little rest in between, C, back to G, and then D. This is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go to C. Going back to G. And our friend D. And back to G, and again. Go into our C. What a nice groove. Back to G. And try a D. And then end it on G. Okay, so let's speed it up a little bit more, and you can rewind and do that much as you want to get that speed. But that's not really, I mean, you could do a song at that speed, it would be pretty slow. So let's speed it up, and we'll go 2 rounds. And G, C, G, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C. Moving on to G. Try out a D. Back to G, do it again. On to C. Here we go to G. D, and end on G. And then let's go even a little faster if you're ready for that. Let's go and 1, 2, 3, 4. To C. Going to G now. Back to D, here we go. Do it again on to G. Going on to C. Back to good old G. And to D, here we go. And end it all on G. Okay, what a nice little tune that is. Let's see, now there's some empty space in there that we have. Let's see what we could do. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll do that. We'll just play, after we do the first little thumb, pluck, thumb, thumb, pluck, pluck. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to just hit each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and G. 1, 2, 3, 4 D. 1, 2, 3, 4 G. Now it's kind of rough when you do the 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to switch right over to the C. So you could do 1, 2, 3 to give yourself a little bit of time. Back to G. Miss that up. To D. Kind of got all over the place on that one. Let's do it again. So now what we're going to do is thumb, pluck, thumb, thumb, pluck, pluck. 1, 2, 3. Give ourselves time to C. For some reason, I'm not getting the double thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to G. To D. 1, 2, 3, back to G. 1, 2, 3, up to C. 1, 2, 3, back to G. 1, 2, 3, up to D. 1, 2, 3, end on G. Okay, what a neat little thing that you can do. And don't feel like you need to do the 1, 2, 3. You can do whatever you want with the strings when you finger pick them. You could just play the 2 middle ones. You can do whatever you want to do. You can intermix it, just play with it and start kind of finding what kind of grabs you and you know, speaks to you, and maybe that leads to a song. So that's good. We got a little new way to, instead of just strumming, we could strum that. But we learned, and you could strum it. if you want, it just opens up a whole, it's just adding more things to your tool chest. You could strum it, you could do the hybrid, and then you could do the finger picking. So you have a lot of versatility that you can do there using that simple progression of G to C to G to D. Now we're going to move everything up. We're going to transpose everything up to A. So we're just moving everything up 2 frets. So here's A, same way we were playing the G, but just moved up. Here's our D, which is the D we were just playing, back to A, and then to E. So everything's the same, we've just moved everything up. And this is the theory part that we're talking about. So you can see this is G, C, and D. And just by moving everything up two frets, we've got A, D, and E. So that's how music works. And you could use that same chord formation if somebody wanted to play the song in, that was A. If somebody wanted to do it in B, it would be the same thing. Or you could do it in A to D to E to A. Okay, so, and then you can play it in G. So just by using those same chord shapes and moving up and down the neck, you can just change keys, which it's simple and it's effective and it's fun. But let's go to the A and do that would be 8, and then to D. Back to A we go. And then to E. Back to A, here we go. Going up to D. Back to A now. And then to E. And finish in A. So we've played the same thing, and we just changed the keys. And I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna write up a little something and I'll post it, the picture on the YouTube channel that shows you if you're playing in G, G, C, and D, if you're playing in A, D, and E, if you're playing in C, C, F, and G. And you can start to see how these things the patterns all go together. If I wanted to play G like this using the G chord shape, and then say I wanted to use the G chord shape and do the G, C, and D, and then I'd slide it up to where my pinky's on the 7th fret, that's C, back to G, and then the D is with my pinky on the 10th fret. The C was on the 8th, my bad. Then to C on the 8th, and back to G, here we go. And then the D's pinky on the 10th. And then back to G, but this G. So I could play that G. So the chord shapes that we've learned already, you can intermix them and play them differently, even though we're playing the same progression. So you can see how you can get different tones. If you wanted your D to be higher than this D, you could play it up here and just get a different sound. So all good stuff. stuff to play with. Have fun with that new little progression. And if you're having a hard time getting it, you know, just find a chord like here's B, barring the 4 with the top 3, and then the B note there on the E string, and just sit there and just play B. Then go to A, slide everything up 2. You know, and just get it under your fingers and just work on it 10-15 minutes a day, and it'll start coming around. Have fun with this one. I'll do just a few micro lessons. We're going to take one of the chord shapes. Last time we did the G chord shape, I believe, and we did the solo pattern off of that. So I think this next time we're going to use the C chord shape, and I'll teach you the pattern off of that. Another solo pattern. We'll do 3 micro lessons. So have fun, and until next lesson, keep playing, keep improving, and be patient with yourself, and you'll be all right. See you later.